I'm angry. You know why I'm angry? You know why I'm angry? Whose dog is this? In case you're wondering why I'm in a bit of a mood, well, I ordered Tonkas online and they still haven't come in yet. And if you don't know what Tonkas are, then who are you? And do you live under a rock? And does it happen to be Fraggle Rock? Anyways, I still haven't gotten them, and by the count of 5, if I don't receive them, I'm going to be very, 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 very mad. Alright, 5. Oh, they're here. And they're already open. Lovely. Alright, and oh no! They melted together! Oh, look at what is... Oh god, I hope I get my money back. I hope I get my money. Wait a minute. That's not... No, that's not Tonkas. It's Revenge of the Fallen Devastator. What are we gonna do with this? Well, if you can't tell by the title, we're gonna review it! Alright, Devastator has a lot of all modes, let's get these done as quick as we can. Now, Devastator sucks, by the way. No, it doesn't, it's actually a good toy. It's horrible and you know it. No, it's actually a pretty good toy. It's a toy. Oh, shut up. You shut up. Hey, guys, can you take this somewhere else? Yeah, we can. We could solve this outside. Yeah! Get some nice fresh air. So this is Rampage, or not Rampage, whatever you want to call him, because this doesn't transform into a robot. He doesn't transform into a robot in the actual movie, except for the actual Rampage himself, but he doesn't combine with Devastator as far as I know. The Rampage in Revenge of the Fallen is a much different character than the one that actually attaches to his leg. And as you can see, he transforms into a bulldozer. Mr. Player! Mr. Player! Something, Mr. Player! And he rolls. Has some nice markings on the side. Lots of nice details. He actually has the canopy with some little blue little bits. It's actually kind of purpley gray or blue gray, whatever it is. He's got some claws on the back, which is fun. A bright silver port. Just to remind you that this is not the deluxe version. Some nice decals on the actual pushy thingy. Yes, I'm missing one of the hydraulics. Sorry. It's actually got some nice detail, but you can obviously see the robot inside. But because the construction vehicle has a lot of compartments inside, it doesn't really bother me. Next one we're taking a look at is Long Haul, which is definitely a lot smaller than its actual form, compared to the other vehicles. But enough about that, let's actually take a look at the vehicle form. Once again, you can see a lot of robot kibble, however it doesn't really bother you, except for when you're looking at the little dump back here. Yeah, a lot of compartments there. I wish that was actually painted to look like stuff in the back. That would actually be cool. As the obvious I'm a robot that transforms into a bigger robot port thingy, has some nice details on the side canopy, which is alright. It's more in the scale with its Fast Action Battlers counterpart, or whatever they were called. It does roll. It's got some nice desert decals on the side. And overall, it's not that horrible, but I think it could be bigger. But as the dump truck itself, it's not horrible, but I think it could have been done better. And this is Scrapper in his alt mode. Again, it might just be a drone or something, but it's still kinda nice. It does look like something that's around the Voyager class, which isn't that bad. It's actually very big, and I like its size. It's got a lot of nice little railing details, which is really cool. Some nice divots on the side, which look beautiful. It's actually got the engine compartment right here, which looks nice, but I think needs a little bit more detail, at least with the paint. But it's got a nice Decepticon logo on the side with some nice decals there. Unfortunately, though, the scoop does not really move all too much unless you untab this piece right here. From right here, not here because this has a pin, but if you untab that, should be quite easy. There we go. You actually get some nice articulation with that. The only problem is that this moves around a lot, but it gives it that all-terrain look. Although the scoop doesn't really tab in all too well, it does look pretty good. Next one we're taking a look at is Hightower, and here's the little hook. That looks cool. A bunch of these parts can move. This moves, and this all moves, which is fun and dandy. It's got a nice canopy to the side. It does have a couple of scoops because this does not transform from two vehicles into one arm, or at least one part of the arm. It's got some nice details on top, but I think it could have been shown up better if it had some more paint. But look at that, he's got a Decepticon logo, which is nice. And just overall, it looks good, and I'm really happy to say that if you had to mock up a figure to make it look like the actual Constructicon, this is the one for you, because it does look pretty cool and close to its actual counterpart, which is really nice. Next one we're taking a look at is Mixmaster. Now this one is supposed to make lights and sounds, but it doesn't right now, and I'll tell you why in a sec. But as soon as you move it, it would go and it just got really annoying. It's got some nice details on the back. I believe its barrel is just a little too big for my taste. However, it's got a Decepticon logo on the front. That looks really cool. Robots in disguise, even though it's obviously a Decepticon when you look at that. But robots in disguise. Overall, it's not bad. And, which one? Ah, here it is, Scavenger. Yeah, I gotta tell you something about this one, and, yeah. Can you feel the love tonight? This is the hydraulic excavator, and it's beautiful, because it's big. It's like actually having a Tonka. If you had a Tonka as a kid, you really need this. And it's part of a Transformer. It's just beautiful. It's got some nice red paint, but I think should have been a little bit darker. The white's kind of like a faded white, which isn't bad. I mean, it is a construction vehicle. It's got lots of nice details on the side. And just overall, it's huge. And it pretty much announces itself that it's huge. It's bigger than, like, a Voyager. It's bigger than Ultra Class. Maybe it's like Leader Class, but it's almost Supreme Class. Which, this is pretty much a Supreme Class toy. It's got a lot of these nice railings on the side, so you know the size of it. It's beautiful. Nice big-ass canopy, and just overall a lot of fun. My only complaint about this, other than the visible robot kibble, is the fact that this has a hole in it. But cover that up, and I think you have a thing of beauty. Begin transformation sequence! I'm just chilling with my homies. YOLO! You all love Oreos. Bye, everybody! I want to eat a house. And here's Devastator in his robot mount, and as you can see, it's beautiful. Look at it. It's gorgeous, and it could be yours for the low, low price of $1 million. Meanwhile, let's take a look at this figure. It's got a lot of great joints, a lot of great articulation. Although it doesn't look exactly like Devastator. I think it's good as a toy. I mean, seriously though, I mean, the Legends one is good, but I don't know. I'll talk about it in the overall review. Okay, let's talk about the articulation. The articulation is amazing for where it's actually got the joints. Although it could have more articulation if it didn't have the gimmick, it's still pretty nice. I mean, it's got the rotations, it's got the clicky-clacks and all the goods and gangs. The only real problem I have with the articulation is the feet, because these have a couple of loose joints. I wish they were the clicky-clack joints, but other than that, it's still okay. Now let's talk about the gimmicks and what is broken on this set. Now, it's got a couple of these railings that are broken, and a lot of parts that are just off of this guy. It's got a couple of railings from Scavenger or Demolisher, whatever you want to call him. Davenger? Davenger? There you go, Theo. Anyways, so its gimmick is that you're supposed to push on this tab, which I didn't notice till I think a day ago, that actually has a Decepticon logo right there. It has this gimmick to where the entire vortex opens up, which is his mouth. Now this and the driving Mixmaster little gimmick does not work exactly because the sounds are broken. This guy fell off the shelves and the sound doesn't work anymore. However, he does open up and you do get the lights. so that's cool. The lights working the vortex inside his mouth, so that's kind of cool. However, he doesn't have any sounds, which is a good thing because the sounds drove me crazy. They happened in the middle of the night, which is weird. Oh, Mr. Wilson, wanna play? But it's still a cool gimmick if you want. However, just be warned. It's got this also other little gimmick to where you can actually open it up from the back, so if you got something sucking in from the front, you can actually retrieve it from the back. You just lift these up to there, and then pop that up, and there you go. Now he has a giant hole in the back of his head. And yes, you can train your Devastator. Sit, Boo-Boo, sit. Good boy. Now roll over. It is very big and very brutish, but it's not really that hard to get him to look good. But it doesn't really look accurate. I think they could have done more to this set. However, I don't know. Let's go to my overall review. So yeah, it's a good. So yeah, it's a bad. It's a meh. It's. What's the problem? I can't say if it's good or not. You know, this isn't an easy figure to review. You're just doing the overall. Yeah, but this figure is good, great, bad, meh, all at the same time. It's like, there's no consistent overall review. So, I can't think of it. Should I just end the Canadian reviewer right now? You're not gonna do that. Wow. You believe in me that much? No, you've just been pulling that possible end bullcrap for some time. Your face! What? So no one believes in me. No one even likes me. How so? Remember that Beast Hunters review? Where I got a bunch of those video messages that said, oh, well, we have to say this bad about you, that bad about you, you know, you're doing this bad. It was just nitpicking. Yeah, well, I also didn't hear a good job either, so... Besides, my reviews aren't really all that I wanted to accomplish. I wanted more comedy, but I also wanted my opinions to be more broader, and... just everything's just... I don't know. Before you decide, can you play the video?
My favorite part of the Canadian review would have to be random cameo. Yeah, what he said.
What's up? I'm TFFLC Dinobots, and what I really like about TFN Pages 101 Canadia Reviewer is the epic cutscenes he has through the middle. I love when Knockout and Starscream makes hilarious jokes. It's awesome. Congratulations for your 100 video TFN Page 101 of Canadia Reviewer. Love it. Keeping them up.
Hello, Canadian reviewer. I'm Avenging Tragedy. Nice to meet you. It's really dark in my room because A, I'm too lazy to turn on the lights, but anyway. I wanted to say happy 100th. You always manage to bring a laugh when I watch your reviews, and that's why I enjoy watching them. They're always funny, and I can always trust to watch and have a smile put on my face. So happy 100, and yay, Canadia!
Hello, here, Optimus 0420SL here, making my special little tribute to, Fun Page here, aka Canadia Reviewer. Dude, you rock. The reviews are funny, awesome, and I just can't get enough of them. Happy 100th, man. Keep it rocking. Peace. And no, you can't put your dick in it.
TFN Page 101, the funniest reviewer on the face of YouTube. And don't you forget it.
I can feel it. That inner reviewer TF told me about. I know what I can do. I know what to say. I know it. No, Knockout, this figure absolutely sucks. Well, I have to disagree. I absolutely think that it's a great figure. It's great to play around with. No, it's horrible. It doesn't look a thing like Devastator. Yeah, well, it's a toy, so it doesn't need to. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. Here's the thing. You're both right.
See party in.
The thing is that there's no collective opinion. There's no one single opinion. There's many opinions, whether it comes to movies, toys, etc. It's not just one opinion. So, to pretty much pick on other people or try to argue what's better and what's worse is really kind of unfair once you think of it. I mean, I've seen lots of Facebook fights, lots of YouTube fights, where two people come at each other's throats, and then at the end of it, there's really no point. They just end up hating each other. And for what? Because you guys have two different opinions about something? That's how the world works. That's how everything works. It's just... I don't think it's worth bullying anyone over it. I mean, yes, you don't have to agree with each other. That's fine. But that doesn't make either one of you wrong. It doesn't make the other guy wrong. You guys have your own opinions. You guys can share your opinions. But, I mean, is it really worth bullying anyone over? The thing is, with Devastator, it's an okay figure for me. I don't regret having it. It's not really the worst figure I have, but it's also not the Devastator from the movie. But it's a good resemblance. For kids, it's pretty good because it's not fiddly. For adult collectors, they might not get into it. But here's the thing you gotta think of, is that Devastator, if he were to transform into each individual bot that he is, every individual Constructicon that everyone expected, if he were to do that, and to have all the vehicles slapped onto him, he would be very, very fiddly. I like the Legends one. It did look a little off to me as well, but as like a Supreme Class toy, as a big Devastator that really holds together, I think it's an okay figure. It's probably not worth $100, but I think it's still good. So that's my opinion, alright? We don't have a single opinion about something. Our opinions can change, and we can talk about it, but that doesn't mean we have to really bully each other out. That's the thing. We don't have to bully each other out for an opinion. That's what I'm saying. So, anyways, that's pretty much it. I'm the Canadian reviewer. I'm going to eat some bacon. Because... reasons.